Hey dudes, thatdudewiththesunglasses here, and today we're going to be counting down the worst to best Halo games. All but 2 of them are great, so this is a hard list to make. Lots of predictable games may be expected at the top, but you never know, one of your favourite games may be near the top spot. Now if you don't like my opinion, don't send the grunts to my street to kill me over a video game franchise, please. So, without further ado, bombs away. Wait, not really. Okay, starting off with a shocker. It's the worst. Combat Evolved is number 11 on this list. This game is terrible for multiple reasons, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, because even though first-person shooters are easily the most famous video game genre, similar to platformers in the 90s, unlike platformers, they age very, very quick. Take GoldenEye 007 for the N64 for example. For its time it was revolutionary. The level design, multiplayer and weapon system were great, and it spawned its even better sequel, Perfect Dark. Sadly the game isn't great today, and lots of other games overshadow it, such as Perfect Dark, Battlefield and Doom 3. But at least it's miles better than any COD game. Anyway, Halo Combat Evolved is one of these games, like GoldenEye. Now, it has great modes and good graphics for the time, but jeez, the missions, weapons, enemies and so much more was so bad. It's boring and quite easy, and overall I didn't like it at all. Easily the worst thing though is the freaking library. Four floors with the exact same level design and incredibly hard enemies and laggy frame rate. I spent like 3 hours on this mission, and I still had just barely got to the 3rd floor. Yeah, I know, it takes that long. Oh, well, I'm now, alright, to be fair, I am all for opinions, but in this fact this is the worst design stages of all time, in my opinion. It is the most atrocious stage ever in video gaming. Worse than Pac-Man 2600, E.T. and Simon's Quest. Well, Simon's Quest is actually pretty good. To conclude, this game was revolutionary, but now it's just overrated and really, really boring. Oh, and about the library, just because it was made in 2001 on new hardware, that didn't stop it from being creative. Why did Bungie think that a long level was a good thing? Whoever decides. Guys, I'm not trying to be stupid here. I'm very serious. Now the single player is phenomenal, but the multiplayer is crud. Let's start with the multiplayer. After 3 months, 343 Industries couldn't properly fix their game, and recently a multiplayer tournament was cancelled because of the issue. And that's not like a few months ago or something. This was a mere few weeks ago, at least at the time I was doing the script. 6 months later, the multiplayer hasn't been properly fixed. Kill me. Luckily, all the original maps are back, which isn't too shabby. Single player is where it's at. Halo 1, Halo 2, and Halo 3, and Halo 4 are all back in 1080p, which is awesome. Before Halo 4's cutscenes were realistic, 2 years before on 8-year-old hardware at the time. With the Xbox One, the cutscenes are not even the slightest bit pixelated, which means we get something like a movie. Now, I know in movies that they've actually started trying to, well, let's say, make movies that don't actually have proper people in it. Because that's where our technology is going. And it's the same with video games. In fact, it's already hit video games as well. Anyway, the gameplay is great, and like Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, you can switch between the new graphics and the original in Halo 2, which again is very cool. Halo 2 now has terminals, which extends the lore. That's a great nod to the newer game. Now this game sounds fantastic, so why is it above mobile games? But the problem is that this game was unnecessary. Apart from the terminals in Halo 2, the game really had nothing more but some glitch fixes and graphic updates. In fact, they didn't even sort out the library level from the first game. I know it's part of the legacy, but if they were able to make areas different and intriguing without changing any of the story, that would make me want to actually play the level and pick this game up. Take Devil May Cry for example, released the same year as Halo Combat Evolved on inferior hardware, had missions that on average took from 15 to 30 minutes. Capcom realised that you could have multiple missions before having cutscenes, which is what they should have done with this remake. They should have added little cutscenes that didn't infect the main story arc. Look, I know there are checkpoint areas like Alpha Point which you can spawn at, but you can't say we'll go to the place you were at the last time, because the game doesn't save. If a game drags on, people get bored, which makes them not want to play the game, as the game is meant to make you escape from reality. That's why after 1.5 years, I've still not got past this mission. Anyway, why are we talking about Halo Combat Evolved? We're meant to be talking about the Master Chief Collection. Anyway, the point is that this game was unnecessary, and you can get all the best versions of the games on eBay for 15 quid with most servers apart from Halo 2 still working, apart from Halo 2 of course, yeah. But still, that's only if you like the original multiplayer and the single player campaigns. Although, if you're all for multiplayer, this game is for you, but wait until everything is fixed before you blow 50 quid on it. Spartan Assault is probably the worst specific Halo game, apart from the original, but it is still a great experiment of a top-down view Halo on Windows Phone, PC and Xbox One. There are weekly challenges and microtransactions in the phone version, all the other versions don't, which is great. The Xbox One version has a co-op mode that is really fun. Now, into the game, and sadly, well, it's just a basic version of Halo 4 focused on weapons in a top-down environment. Guys, I'm not trying to be lazy, but after writing that fabulous anatomy, or let's say anatomy, of writing for the last game, there is really nothing else to say. Spartan Strike is much better than Spartan Ops. It allows great use of Warthogs, which really extends the gameplay and makes this game seem much more in-depth than its predecessor. The Prometheans are back and grenade throws are awesome now. Moving on. The original Halo remake. Now, let's talk about this. Now, firstly, it definitely looks better than the original. I mean, much better. The graphics are much better textures, and some parts of the game looks rushed and lazy, which now they aren't. Thank God. Lighting was a major problem with the original version, but now the lighting is absolutely fine. Sadly, it's 343's first attempt at a Halo game, they didn't really do the best of jobs. The graphics are better, but doesn't look as good as Halo 3, which was a game that was developed on relatively new hardware at the time. In 2011, it was 7-year-old hardware. What the living hell? Also, the library level wasn't taken away, but it really can't be criticised like the Master Chief Collection can, because the Master Chief Collection was the second remake. Also, multiplayer was added into the game, which wasn't in the original game, but it wasn't very good due to not many people having the game, and it's not very unique, so yeah. Finally decided a trend of switching between the original graphics on the game, which have absolutely great features. Moving on. Halo Wars is a great game. It was the first non-canon Halo game, and it was great for that kind of starter series. The Master Chief games were obviously better, but fine. Halo Wars is a top-down game with the Marines. You place multiple vehicles, guns, and more to protect yourself from the Covenant's forces and intelligence. Rock, paper, scissors elements are added to elevate each type of attack and all round keeping things fair. You upgrade your base too, as defense is the most important thing in this game due to the lack of areas to fortify. The supplies are back from other Halo games, and again they kick butt. Tech levels allow for more upgrades, which again is cool. Overall, this game is a revolutionary experiment, and I can't believe there hasn't been a sequel. Halo 3 ODST firstly is a very confusing title. Firstly, the game doesn't take place in the events of Halo 3. It takes place in the events of Halo 2. So firstly, it's a perplexing title. Changing to Halo 2 ODST, that would make sense, as Halo 3 had already been released. So it could have been called Halo 3 the prequel, or it would have been better as just Halo the prequel. Although that name would work much better with Reach, but unlike ODST, it's not called Halo 3 Reach. What they should have done is just left the title as Halo ODST. At least Bungie realised their mistake. And at least they had some sense on their last game. Anyway, jeez, I really can't believe number 3 could make a 6-line discussion. Yeah, one number makes 6 lines of script. Anyway, ODST, from what I've played, is a fantastic game. Sadly, there are problems. Firstly, this game is hard as hell. The green things look like big daddies from Bioshock are back, and they're a pain. It's like if 2K remade Bioshock, but made the big daddies really boring to beat, like the handyman in Bioshock Infinite. The problem is, they're way too early in the game, which is why it's annoying. I think that the game isn't that innovative in the slightest, and is just made to be harder than the Master Chief. Despite this, it nails the formula of Halo and perfects it. The weapons are still great, and overall it's fantastic. The multiplayer is the same as Halo 3, but it's still awesome. Sadly, the single player and multiplayer modes are separated on 2 discs. Really, is this necessary? Why split 2 modes over 2 freaking discs? I understand why Forza Motorsport 3 does it, because the downloadable content is separate. I understand why Gran Turismo 2 does it, because it actually has multiple modes, and it was made in 1999. This just has single player and co-op on 1 disc, and multiplayer on the other. This was 2009 for God's sake. You don't need to separate it on 2 discs. Jeez, I'm really starting to get a bit angry. Now we're getting into the great games. Halo 4 is fantastic. Firstly, let's start with the graphics. Halo 4 is one of the prettiest and most realistic games easily of all time. As good as games like Bioshock Infinite. So, at least from a graphical standpoint, this is true. The characters and shadows look nearly entirely realistic, although the teeth are pretty bad due to the lighting, but I don't really care. The graphics are still as good as the Master Chief Collection, although to be fair, the Master Chief Collection was meant to remaster Halo 2 and improve the graphics on Halo CE and 3. They only put in Halo 4 to make the trilogy, or collection should I say, said that wrong, complete. If it was just CE 2 and 3, then it would be called either Master Chief Trilogy or the original Trilogy Collection. Anyway, the point is that Halo 4 was built on 8-year-old hardware at the time, so of course there would be some setbacks. At least you think there'll be setbacks. Anyway, onto the plot. So, spoilers. Skip to the time set here. I'll give you a 5-second head start. Okay, ready now? Okay, so Master Chief and Cortana are back, and they look as cool and slick as ever. Now, as Truth was killed near the end of 3, mainly because at that time there was no more planned main series Halo games, and there wouldn't be for another 3 years, so the game needed a new antagonist and more elements to elevate it. There comes the Didact, the guy in an orange and black ball. He's the leader of the newly introduced Prometheans and has hypnotized the Covenant for fighting for him. This is a really cool villain, by the way. Master Chief progresses through the game, meeting lots of other characters on the way, until he's ready to fight the Didact. Throughout the game though, Cortana is slowly dying and glitches all the time as she is dying from an AI mental disorder where they apparently think themselves to death. At the end of the game, the Didact is killed, meaning he can't control the Prometheans or Covenant anymore, which is good as they can't become more powerful than ever before. This comes at a price. Cortana sacrifices herself to kill the Didact and consequently dies. As she was suffering the disorder, she probably would have died anyway. Wait, what? Wait, what? Cortana is an AI. AIs can't be killed unless deactivated. You know, let's ask her if she knows if she can die.
When will you die?
So AIs can be killed. Mind blown. So that's a rundown of the plot. Now the gameplay is stunning. The armor abilities are back. You can throw and catch things now, which means now oddball and brickball games have been added to multiplayer that I'll talk about in a bit. New weapons have been added / improved from previous versions. Multiplayer is probably the best it's ever been in a Halo game because of the vast array of games like Capture the Flag. So, this game sounds fantastic, but there is only one problem, at least with the single player, at least out of the original Halo games. The game is by far the least innovative. What? Some done stat upgrades and bug fixes and an arguably subpar story. All sequels do this kind of stuff, but sequels have to do that, otherwise they lose money, at least in quite a lot of cases. Don't believe me? Check this out. COD, FIFA, Forza 4, and even in some aspects Bayonetta 2, in some respects. Sadly, the not so as innovative games usually sell more. We should be grateful that Forza 4 and Bayonetta 2 are still fantastic games though. Anyway, if you only want the original story, then get the Halo Master Chief Collection. If you don't have an Xbox One, then get the Anniversary Edition for the Xbox 360. Halo 2 for the Xbox and Halo 3 for the 360. If you want the best multiplayer experience, get Halo 4 and Halo Reach. It cracks number 3 on this list. Now, I won't go on for ages, and I actually haven't completed the game, as I'm playing it with my friend on co-op and I don't want to spoil it, so I have to wait for him to come round again. Alright, my friend said the Halo Reach was the best in multiplayer due to a fantastic version of Forge and great new games. The single player is the spotlight for me, due to being so different with great new elements and weapons, and just for overall fantastic gameplay. The characters and stories blooming phenomenal. Overall, this game is just phenomenal. That's a double pack with the Halo Anniversary, so get that. Overall, fantastic game, pick it up. Now it is my time to go on for absolute yavies. The game, in my opinion, that started the Halo franchise and something else that I'll talk about later. Anyway, this game is revolutionary. In fact, I chose number 1 over this game for the simple fact that, well, we'll get to that in a minute. Come on, Halo 2 is the classic that did so much. And let me tell you what, Halo 2 escalated the premise of the Halo series on plot sense. The original Halo's plot is, well, unimpressive to say the least. Nothing really happens and it's pretty dumb. Oh, and in Halo 2 you have no freaking escort missions. So, anyway, Halo 2 seems to have something going on after every cutscene, Prophet and Covenant. Onto the gameplay, and it is extremely revolutionary in the sense that this is one of the first shooters to let you dual wield. Sure, GoldenEye 007 did it, but that game is dated and it didn't really feel like you had any punishment for doing it. Halo 2 makes you not be able to use grenades or melee with splits like the Golden Triangle. As well, it's much easier to board enemy craft. All you do is shoot or punch and drive it to death, and use a grenade to flat destroy the ship, if you're going to be that reckless. Some new weapons have been added, and you can now play as either Master Chief or the Arbiter. The Arbiter! Jesus Christ, why am I making that kind of noise? Stepping into yourself. Anyway, so, where was I? Speaking of the Arbiter, there's a weapon that enables you to be unnoticed to the enemy for 10 seconds, meaning more chances to get greater kills on the enemy. Now, onto the really major stuff. The health system has had a major overhaul. Now, first, energy shields work differently. Now, instead of the energy shield taking 10 seconds to recharge, it takes much less now, which is good because this game is noticeably harder and you need that extra energy. Secondly, the health is back, and it's a great way to have that last little bit of energy before you die. Also, camouflage is power, which is just flat out cool. Now this stuff is cool and all, as I said, but the spotlight was the multiplayer. Originally in CE, only co-op play was available, but this game pushed the online console multiplayer genre to a maximum and spawned, or at the very least inspired, Xbox Live, PSN and all the other online gaming things today. Sure, Xbox Live was created in 2003, it didn't get popular until Halo 2. After Halo 2, all multiplayer-enabled games were played thoroughly. Halo 2 doesn't have all of the multiplayer new games, but it allowed all of that to happen, and it was so innovative at the time. Oh, for more examples, every single multiplayer first-person shooter game. Come on, you must get my point. Anyway, now it's time for number one, the Grand Spectacular. Halo 3, fantastic game. Do you know what? For That Dude with Sunglasses Season 2, I'm going to review this, but first I have to give a little quick rundown. Forge, revolutionary in being able to make and edit levels. The story and fantastic missions, the support weapons, everything. You feel like you're so powerful, even though the game is so hard on all difficulties. Just, oh, brilliant. If you have an Xbox 360 and don't have this game, you're crazy. Just screw it. Hey dudes, that dude with sunglasses here, and you've reached the outro. Now, you have a chance to go and click onto some other videos, but firstly, I'll give you some more news. In the next few weeks, I'm going to be having a little bit of a break. Afterwards, I will be coming straight back with a review of episodes 1 to 6 of the Sonic X anime, originally on 4Kids Entertainment in America, and CRTV over here. So, I'll be doing that. Also, I'm going to be trying to make my reviews a lot more, let's say, engaging. Trying to be more funnier, which I'm probably foul at, but it means more effort goes into the video. And this is probably the video I've put most effort in. I've been spending like 3 weeks making the script or something, and now I'm only just getting around to starting to edit it and starting to do all the voice acting. So I'm just going to record the gameplay for this video, and remember that I will be back in a few weeks. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will see you later. Make sure to check out more videos from That Dude Productions, from Rinku Gaming, and Purple Yoshi That Man. Again, thanks very much for watching guys, and peace the hell out.